Hello all. Today we will discuss how to perform product replenishment in Odoo 15. So replenishment helps to ensure that right products are in the best place by making the stock full again in order to avoid stock out. So we have a module inventory, and when you open inventory and choose a product, like here we have different products, just open one. And inside the product form, you can see a button to replenish. That is to replenish the product. So you can manually replenish by clicking on this, and we can choose the variant if you have created different variants for the product. So after choosing one, you can specify the quantity that need to be replenished. Then the unit of measure and the schedule date. That is the date at which you want to replenish the product. And you can also choose a preferred route. That is, if you want to replenish by creating a request for quotation, you can just choose buy, and you can also set it as manufacture. That is, you can create a manufacturing order or simply a transfer in order to refill the stock. So depending on your product configuration, replenishment will be created, an order will be created. Like here you can set routes for your product. So under inventory, here we can choose a routes. Like if you want to manufacture buy, you can enable these routes. And we also have a separate menu to manage this replenishment. Like under operations, you can find replenishment menu. When you click on that, you can view all the entries. So these entries are added to this page when you have created a reordering rule inside your product. That is, by triggering a reordering rule, we can decide the quantity to be replenished. So you can view the reordering rules by just coming under configuration, where you can find all the reordering rules created for products. And if you want to view the reordering rule set specifically for a product, just open the products and click on that product. And inside that, here we can view the reordering rule set for it. So for this, we haven't created any reordering rule. You can create a new one. You can choose a variant, preferred route. So you can trigger it manually or automatically by setting a minimum quantity, the maximum quantity, and the multiplying quantity. But make sure that you have set the right route here. So have enabled buy and manufacture, so no issue. So let's open the replenishment, and you can see that armchair is not added to this page. This is because by default, this replenishment is filtered by trigger manually. So when you close this, you can view the line with the product for which reordering rule is created, that is triggered automatically. Triggered automatically means we can trigger it by clicking on run scheduler. That is automatically an RFQ or manufacturing order or a transfer will be created to replenish the product by clicking on this. But the replenishment entries lines with trigger type manual need to be manually triggered. Like you can click on this order once to manually create the order. So you can see for this product folding chair in the stock, there is only -3 quantity, that is on hand is -3, and forecasted quantity is -13. Then you can see the vendor, then the preferred route for replenishment is buy. So for this folding chair, you can say minimum quantity is 1, but we only have -3 and maximum quantity is 100. So to 100, we can make an order. But depending upon the multiplying quantity, the product that need to be ordered can change. Here you can see the quantities that need to be ordered is 113. So for 113, we can create a replenishment. So we have discussed the calculation in detail in our reordering rule video. You can check that. And we can click on this order once to trigger the replenishment. So when you click on that, you can see an RFQ is generated. So here we can see for today to the vendor Jackson Group. Source document, you can see it is replenishment report. So when you click on this, you can view the request for quotation. You can view the product added, that is folding chair. Quantity, total quantity is 113. Total price. Now we can confirm the order and receive the products. So after validating the transfer, that is after receiving the products, you can see a page, reception report. That is here we can view all the allocations. So for this product folding chair, there is a reservation, that is reservation for 10 units. And you can view the related order, like here we can view sale order SC0025. So when you click on that, you can view the order details for the folding chair. There is a reservation that is for 10 quantities, which is in ready state, has not been validated. So you can view the schedule date, deadline of this transfer. And from this report also, you can view the expected delivery of this product. So we can click on this assign to assign this products. And here, let me open the product. So as we have received the products, you can see the on hand is updated to 110. Before the on hand was -3 and it is changed to 110 because by adding 113 we get 110, and you can view that forecasted is 100. This is because you can view that there is a reservation for 10 units. So from our forecasted stock, that is forecasted report, also we can view the reservation detail. Now let's go back to our inventory. So here we have another product bet. So let's set the preferred route as manufacturer. So make sure that you have set a route manufacturer for your product. Then now let me click on this order once. And now when you go to manufacturing, here you can see for today, manufacturing order is created for the product bet. And you can view the source is replenishment report and it is in ready state. So when you click on this, you can view the order in detail. Here we can add components for the product. So if we have created a bill of material, then automatically components will be added inside this order form. So you can create that by coming under by coming under products, you can create bill of material for your product. Then you can add work order, that is operations, in order to manufacture this product. And after that, we can mark it as done. So that's how we replenish the product by creating a manufacturing order. And along with this order once, you can also view an option automate orders. So this will automatically do the replenishment. Then we can also snooze a replenishment. So you can snooze it for 1 week, 1 day, 1 month, and you can also add custom date. So when you snooze it, currently it will be removed from this page. And in order 15, we have a new option to view the replenishment information for your products. So when you click on this icon, you can view that information for your product doll in San Francisco. And here you can view the lead times, like the forecasted stock on this date is below the inventory minimum of 2 units. Whereas for this product, you can see the on hand is 0, which is less than the minimum unit, that is 2 unit. So 1001 units should be replenished to reach the maximum of 1000 units. And you can see that today's date, forecasted date, and we can also view the sales history. So if you have any sales history for this product, you can view that also here. And below you can view the vendor lines, like the vendors for this product. So we have a vendor, Gemini Furniture. You can view the quantities, then the price, that is vendor price, then delivery lead time of vendor, and you can also view the last purchase. So if you want to set this vendor as a supplier of this product, you can click on this set as supplier. So this option is really helpful if you have multiple vendors, and you can choose a vendor for which RFQ need to be sent. So you can set him as a supplier. So request for quotation will be sent to this vendor. So while working with these functionalities, you can have a lot of doubts. So please don't hesitate to add your comments below. So that's all for this video, and thanks for watching.